One moment. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can get comments on this section. Okay, I think I may have got it. Are you able to hear me clear? Can you see? Hi from Denver. Hi from California. I was born and raised in California. I think I can see the chat actually too. Can you hear me? Ah, awesome. Okay, so we're here. We're gonna start this sew along the Orarosa Travel Bag. Okay, I did staple it like a binder. I was gonna put it in a binder too, but it was easier to staple.
By the way, tell her I apologize because I misspelled Oro. It's R-O-R-R-O-O.
My husband says he apologizes, Alexis, because he spelled Orarosa wrong. Today's the first live is going to be basically prep because there, from the first page to about the 17th page, prepping is super important and key to this bag. If you get the prepping done, the bag is not, it's a smooth ride. It looks intimidating because of its size, but it's actually really amazing. There is some binding, but I'll show you some of the tricks I'm going to use. Like I'm going to be using today 2 different vinyls. They're not very thick. They're from Crazy Horse. They're not very thick at all, actually. You need to know your machine. 008, and it went fine. And I used canvas for the interior, which I wouldn't recommend because I was really frustrated that it kept fraying, and I had to put like fray check on it. It was a whole thing, but it worked out. And then I used Mora, and Mora sews really, really lovely in domestic and in industrial machines. So I used that on that. And then the one I did for the YouTube, I had made it in cork. So knowing your machines is absolutely key. He definitely won't be the last, right? So I'm going to be using for the front pocket, I'm going to be using this really camel color. It has a lot of yellow undertones. And then for the body and the main of the bag, this brown, because I am using leopard waterproof canvas. I thought these would go really well. I even found a small piece of leopard cork because there's a part where the slip pocket is, and I thought just a hint with these 2 colors goes really well. Let's see. All right, so I have all the cameras situated. First, you need to have look at the bag. Alexis has a really cool thing where she kind of breaks down the anatomy of the bag. It's on page 10. You'll see where the handles are, where the main panel, where the front pocket is, the luggage keeper, the zipper panel, the shoe pocket. So from there, I do wish I was able to color it. I was almost tempted to do black, make this black and white so I can color it in, because I'm special like that. You can just imagine, because she does the anatomy, you can imagine what colors you want to use for what, and just have at it. Or you can make it all solid. I think my Mora one, it was all solid, one color, and I like the way that looked as well. just like her hunter green one. Let's see. So after you figured out your interface, I mean your vinyls, then we're gonna look at what else we're gonna need. We're gonna need waterproof canvas for the shoe pocket lining, and then it starts breaking down how to cut pieces, and we're gonna start that now. That's on page 12, but the cutting instructions start on page 8. So all those one really cool trick that I like to do is the heat resistant pens. I mean the disappearing pins. I like to check inside the box, and then when I'm done and I know I'm going to use this pattern again, I hit it with the iron and all of it disappears. That's just, or the air soluble ones, but I figure I cut longer than before it. Those things like disappear in like 30 seconds sometimes. I know, animal print. I was trying to find, I had this really cool zebra print because I was going to do all black with zebra, and I can't find it. So yeah, so while I'm using Wild Horse, it's kind of reminds me, if you're familiar with Emmeline bags, faux leathers, it kind of feels like Rex. It's not as, this one feels like Rex, this one feels like Mora. So, and I know I seen something in one of the chats asking about canvas. I believe one of the bags did have the canvas on the outside. I believe I don't know if you would need to interface it because it's thinner than vinyl. I probably would because, again, the fraying factor. All right, so I have my rotary, I have my iron going on, my scissors, marking tools that I mark on the back of vinyl, chalk, air erasable pen. Believe it or not, whenever the kids go back to school, I always get a pack of Crayola thin and fat tip markers because they wash away with water. So, and then my So Busy pen for Mormino. Scissors are key. And then we're going to start with the shoulder strap. And because I'm making this the pockets, I think I'm going to make the shoulder strap too. So I'm going to start moving things. If you have questions, please type them in the chat. I will help. Alexis will help. Everybody that's in this chat that's made this will help. This is a really helpful team. Okay. So we're going to do one of that. So I'm going to unfold this. And I have a Omni Edge ruler that's exactly 36 inches. I'm trying to think because I'm going to do my handles this color too. Definitely. I think someone had a comment in the group chat though about canvas though. I haven't done it, but I worked with it for the interior of the bag. It could be just me. So just, cut along, make sure that your ruler stays in one spot. Even pressure. Let me take this little lippy thing off because I accidentally cut it like all the time. Like all the time. And I'm just laying this over. Now it has a nice clean edge. I'm going to divide them up in packs. Sorry, I've accidentally. If you see my YouTube channel, then you have heard my husband's voice.
Not by design.
So because this is going to be the strap, I'm going to mark the centers. When I prep, I try to put all the double-sided tape, everything ahead of time, and measure ahead of time. And let me grab my double-sided tape.
Robbie said she needs that long ruler.
Oh yeah, I got it from Amazon. I think it's, I want to say I've had it for like 4 years. I think it's like $36, but it's like my favorite ruler for straps. Okay, so I have a clip, and I'm going to look for this is the 36 by 4 inches. See, handle, shoulder strap. She has these nifty name tags, and they all work out in the end. I'm gonna put that aside for right now. You seen I put the DSD on it. And then we're going to work on the handles at 32, 82. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know if it's our BIOS.
I said it was freezing. I think my phone was sitting next to your phone, which was causing the lag. I moved it.
Okay. Is it lagging now?
I don't see you doing it anymore, so we should be fine.
Yeah, I just moved the lip. It butts against the mat. It's really, really cool. Quilters have all the best rulers. Let's see. The only thing I don't like about this wild horse is if it falls anywhere near the ground, it collects whatever's on the ground. Like DST, but worse.
What is the brand of that ruler?
Omnigrid, Omni Edge from just this Omnigrid, yeah. I think rulers are like important. I try to get a ruler for everything because I can't cut a straight line to save my life. I also need to get one of those. I see where people have like the little suction thing for the shower. Oh man, it looks like those are lifesavers so your ruler doesn't slide. So yeah, I try to do all my straps. I like the fact that Alexis has like you doing all the straps first, because nothing will be more frustrating than you putting something together and then you don't have enough to make a strap. And if you're not sure what you want to do or how the straps are going to go along, you can hop over to the next part and you can see how the straps are made, and therefore you can see how you can put your double-sided tape the whole 9 yards. Because with the there's going to be special Decoville pieces that are going to be for the connectors. So this one, I just need to make sure this is exactly. Okay. So I have the connectors, I mean not the connectors, but the handles. And I cut out all the labels and I just clip them to whatever is on there. We did have someone in the testing group that did mention painter's tape. That saved me, because you could just write handles and put it on the painter's tape and it just peels right off. So that is like the best. I didn't even know that you could do that until then. Putting the other handle with it. All right. So we're going to get on to connectors. I'm trying to see what ruler. I don't want to use, okay. I'll just use this one. I have like a really cool 2-inch ruler too. All right, so let's get on to the connectors. You know, one of the best color blockers in the testing group is Nancy. Whenever she makes a bag, I always look at how she mixes and molds colors. She's like an artist. Same with Alexis.
Julie asked, do you ever interface your straps?
It depends on the vinyl. So if the vinyl stretches easily, I sometimes would put like a small strip of like a 1/2 inch of woven fuse or, you know, Shade Flex 101. I've only had one vinyl that was super stretchy, but like more and stuff like that, I do very similar to what Alexis is doing with the connectors, where there's like only the Decoville light in the area that is going to be you know, have the most wear and tear. Let's see. And fourth. I want 4. We need 2 of these. Again, I'm using a Creative Grid ruler because they have really clear cut notches and it's easier for me to see. And why I'm here, because it's 2 inches, I can draw with my little marker the center point. It helps when we're sewing that it's like one less thing you have to do. And all my folders want to fall. So then I'm going to grab my connector clip. Then we're going to do the bottom. I think I'm going to do the bottom, that brown. Because I have a lot more of that than the yellow. It's like not even, it's not caramel. It's a weird color.
It's like chocolate.
The brown one? The light yellow one?
The brown or the yellow?
The wild horse has like a lot of like, the salvage is like almost 2 inches. So I always try to cut that off first, because I have had it in on the bag and then I'm like really upset at myself for not doing that one little step. Sorry. Let's see. Okay, so you're gonna notice that most of my rulers have like a chip in them, and I refused to let them go. They're still functional. Okay, maybe I need blade. I'm really bad at changing my blades. I hope it's not just me. 2 by 10. You're gonna see me just mix and move rulers. This one's huge, but everything will come out even. You don't need this many amount of rulers. It's more of, I like to usually trace everything out, draw it out, and then do it. Sometimes it doesn't work out like that. I have scissors everywhere. I have rulers everywhere. This is my life. Oh yeah. I have like an unhealthy obsession with clips. Like, super unhealthy. I'm like, I have to have all the clips. 17. Oh, it's vinyl. It's it's a wild horse. If you Google wild horse on Etsy, sometimes on Amazon you'll see the vinyl. I like go vinyl hunting in my spare time. It's just distress.
Hey Patricia from Australia. I'm glad you got the pattern. We look forward to seeing your project when you get finished.
Yay, the pattern's really good. I'm honestly, when she showed the group, I totally was amazed because I'm going to Sew Magical Expo, and I don't have any grown-up luggage. Like, okay, so I have my husband's luggage, grown-up, right? But I never had luggage. I would just stick everything in my JanSport and call it a day. So I was like, oh, I want some grown-up luggage, and it just happened to be. I'm really excited about that. If you haven't told, you can tell, grown-up luggage. And connectors. Stabilizer, bottom. Let's see. Oh, that's the mic that's hitting my hair. So if you hear like a weird muffle, that's my hair. The luggage keeper. Oh, you know what I should do? Hold on. We're going to go back to connectors. I'm going to cut out the 2 pieces of Decoville white. I'm trying to see if I have, yeah, I knew it. Sometimes I like have little scrap pieces of Decoville white hanging around. I keep those on the cutting table for these purposes. And then taking these because we're going to connect them. And the next step, let's see. On the bottom, we're going to need heavy. I get my Decoville light and heavy from Cereal Bag Maker. I do know Waywatt. I don't know if I'm ever saying that right. And the thing is they're in Philadelphia, I believe. I get, whenever I order from them, it's like Amazon. It comes either the same day or the next because I'm in Maryland. And I should just call and be like, how do you say your storefront's name? I've heard it so many different times. And they're probably going to be like, what? 9x16. Just stay ruler. I did. When I'm upstairs, like with the kids during summer, I usually like trace all this stuff out on my Decoville light and then cut it out with a pair of scissors. $16. Okay, bottom done. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna make the luggage keeper part. Let's see. I said I wanted it yellow. The pocket's yellow. Yeah, yellow. Apparently not full of DST. I'm gonna do 7.5. And just before I get my hopes up, I'm going to grab the pocket piece to make sure I have enough because I do that way too many times. Front pocket. Yeah, I should have enough. Cutting it close, Nova. $19 by 7. I had a ruler. Okay. Okay. It would help if I didn't have another ruler underneath there. I'm just making sure that I have the exact measurement. I love this cutting mat because like it has like 1/2 inches, which helps tremendously. Okay. I basically do this with every single piece, and then you can, like, to break up just the cutting, you can start interfacing your pieces. I make sure that why I do it last is because I usually do it before I'm going to go to bed, so that I can lay the pieces on a nice cool surface to let the glue adhere to whatever piece it's supposed to. Because like Decovil and Decovil Light, they recommend you to let the pieces cool for 30 to 45 minutes. And it's all about curating. Let's see. And then we're going to the liner. I got this from Fabric Wholesale Direct. I think everybody gets their waterproof canvas there. I also sometimes get it from fabric.com, but I literally just found out that Amazon now owns fabric.com. I guess they've been, but I guess I didn't pay attention or something. And Vogue owns Fabric Wholesale Direct. Vogue owns them. Because when I purchased, I was looking through my receipts and it says Vogue, and I'm like, I didn't purchase any patterns from Vogue. And lo and behold, it's because their own Fabric Wholesale Direct is. And I'm going to cut this out. What kind of fabric is everyone choosing for their project? Kind of curious now. Really curious. Hi from California. Yep. Now making sure this is 19. It's just so interesting where all these people are like owning that you didn't know before. But the only good thing about Amazon owning fabric.com is I do get my I do get whatever fabric I'm gonna get extremely faster. And we're going to cut out a piece of Decaville light for the luggage keeper.
Julie says she's doing vinyl and WPC for her lining.
Yeah, I like waterproof canvas because for this to be a luggage bag, I just think kids drinks, nail polish, perfume, like I spill. I'm not gonna lie, I spill. So I like something I can just wipe up instead of like getting upset that my inside is ruined because I ruined it.
She also said it's her first time working with waterproof canvas.
I suggest definitely cutting off a small piece, a scrap, and see how your stitches go. And the reason why I say this is my Bernina 1008 has the best stitches I've ever seen in my life. That is my favorite machine to sew on because the stitches are so precise. However, when I do waterproof canvas, it has the stitches go slightly to the left. Nobody would ever notice it unless another bag maker or a corset maker, garment maker, or someone that sews would be like, yeah, they're still uniformed in line, but it's like each stitch is slightly off, and I don't know why. I've tried different needles. I've tried using a walking foot. So that every machine acts completely different with waterproof canvas because the weave and the weft is a little bit different than cotton. I don't know why it was driving me like batty.
Donna's like you. She's using orchid vinyl and purple cork exterior. She loves working with cork.
Yes, I love cork. Cork is my favorite material. If I could do everything all cork, I would. Orchid. That sounds really pretty.
Yeah. Orchid is purple. Can't go wrong with that.
No, my husband's favorite color is purple. So no, you can't go wrong with him. Mine's is blue. It's a great divide in our house because my eldest daughter, hers is blue, and my youngest daughter, hers is purple. I don't know what Kendall Jr.'s.
Black and gold.
Yeah. Well, now I know. Let's see. Luggage keeper 17.6.
Katie says she's doing black vinyl with a fun canvas print on the inside.
Ooh, yeah. I love my first one because it's all Doctor Who, and I don't know. That's like anytime I can nerd out, I will do it every single time, faithfully. Don't roll down. Let me put my scissors there. I think you can't go wrong with any kind. I think this will be a good, like, I feel like if you or someone you care about is into sports, imagine this in a sports bag, like the colors and having the patches, or if you're in a fraternity or sorority, or it could be a good baby shower bag. Like it could be, again, luggage, but just, I used the one that I made in my other video. I do conventions and I used it as my convention bag. So it held the money, water, treats, everything. I was like, really, people actually stopped me at this, because it was my first time bringing it to this convention, and they were like, you made that? And I was like, yeah, that is so cool. So that's always fun to hear, like when people are like enamored with what you make. This bag is definitely a show. Yep, that's my scissors. This bag is definitely a showstopper.
So next is going to be all cork with a woven interior.
Yeah.
And Dana said she's doing black vinyl with the birds from Disney. She said that one's hers.
Yes. I'm curious to see what woven print Alexis picks. She's another person that somehow, some way, I don't know how they do it. They can pick really good fabrics. And I sometimes that's the biggest thing. Like if you pick the right fabrics, it can hide any blemishes or mistakes. Because trust me, I think in the Hoovian one, I had to do something. When you do to the zipper pocket, I put the zipper in the wrong way, so I had to stitch across. When we get to that part of it, I'll show you. I had to stitch across to make sure that the nothing slid out, because it was like a ½ inch short, because I didn't slow down and pay attention to the pattern pieces. All fabrics we need it now. Yes, Orarosa patterns are truly one of a kind. Whenever she comes out with a pattern, like the whole group is like, yes, yes, give it to me. It's just because you know you're going to be in for it. A good experience. When I first did my first pattern with her, I just had to trust the progress, and it's amazing. All right, so now we're going to get into main panel A. We're going to grab these. Okay, don't judge my pattern pieces. I've used this like 4 times now, and I'm cheap, and I won't reprint stuff. Yeah, see, okay. This is, you cut one pattern piece like this, and the other one, it's like this. So what I did is I cut out the curve, and you could just fold it up or fold it down when needed. I know. I know. Okay. I know it's unique. It's easier for me like that. Okay, since you can't cut these on the fold, what I do is I try to remove some of this bulk. I grab some pattern weights and I trace. I actually love it when the vinyl is like not black, because then I don't have to bust out the chalk pencils. And I trace all the time. My kids see me do it like constantly, and I'll just sit there and cut them out and call it a day, because I need the pieces to be exact. You can trace and then use your rotary blade to do it. I'm not that talented. I give props to all those who can. Let's see. Yeah. I order my fabric and then I look at the email, like, did it ship? You just ordered it 2 minutes ago, Shava. But yes, one of my favorite places to get vinyls is fabric.com. It's my favorite and the thing I load the most. Okay, so they have interesting vinyls, but they're notorious for discontinuing something after you purchase it. There's a particular color called Bark. Was the most beautiful color you've ever seen. It looked like melted chocolate. I go back to reorder it. Oh, we're not carrying it anymore. I ordered it 2 weeks ago, ma'am. You could definitely go over your rotary. I have these ginormous scissors. I don't trust myself with well enough. I know I could do it and it'll be a little choppy, but man. What I definitely appreciate from Orarosa's patterns is that she gives you pattern pieces for the stabilizer. I know that sounds simple, but there are a lot of patterns, unfortunately, that will tell you to cut the pattern piece the same as on there, and then to shave off of a ½ of an inch or 3/8 of an inch or whatever. And I can't do that. Like, I will be there tracing with a compass for hours. Yeah, Wild Horse has the most realistic looking faux vinyl I've ever seen. It's one of my favorites. Main piece A.
Donna said, thanks for showing how to cut a piece of vinyl that calls for being cut on the fold.
Oh yeah, because if you cut it on the fold, and like even this one, you're gonna get 1/8 on both sides. So you just add a 1/4 of an inch to your pattern, and then I'm gonna wonder why my pattern piece doesn't fit, or I'm trying to cut the gusset to make it fit. And that is my other favorite thing about Orarosa. Like, her gussets fit. Like, she makes her gussets perfectly fit. So if you cut the pattern pieces correctly, it'll save you so much time. So much time. So now I'm gonna take pattern piece A. I'm gonna cut out the Decoville heavy after. I'm just gonna trace this while I have this out. I put pattern weights down every time so there's no shifting. I'm using a pink Crayola marker. I promise you, just like how you wash your hands with it with your kids, it comes out of your fabric relatively easy. How I learned about it is when my abuelita taught me how to sew, right? She didn't use this. Everything was chalk. But then when I got into quilting, there was this lady in Bakersfield that was showing me how to free arm motion. And when she was drawing, when she was trying to, I wasn't successful, so she tried to show me how to make the diamonds and off the 60-degree angle. So she gets out her ruler, and then she gets a blue, because my blanket was mostly blue, thin point Crayola marker. She draws all the lines, and I'm like, oh my god, you just ruined the thing. And she's like, no, it washes right out. I'm still really amazed by that. And there's a person, her name is Melissa. She made these pattern weights and she gave them to me for a Christmas present. Not last year, but the year before. Best gifts ever. But I know there's like a lot of cute patterns that you can make your own pattern weights. And don't get it twisted, I will use canned goods if I need to. And we're going to cut out the Decoville heavy. And this is a key moment. This really does give the structure to the bag. It's not going to be in your seam allowance. If you don't have Decoville heavy, I think you could use 2 of Decoville light. There's nothing really like Decoville. It's really hard to give people alternatives. I mean, because if Peltex is cooled properly after adhering, you won't get as much wrinkles, but it still wrinkles. Decoville doesn't wrinkle as much. But you're only doing 1 turn because you're binding. I'm like sweating because I have my favorite tool I have is my iron. It's it's one that has like a water jug. What is it called? It's a steam iron, but there's something they're actually called. I'll figure it out. But yeah, it's my favorite tool because it adheres things really fast. But man, it makes me sweat. You can warm up whatever room you're in. If you're going to use for in the back, I would recommend Decoville Light to have, it could have the same structure as a piece, when you're using fabric in lieu of vinyl, you want it to be the same texture as vinyl. You want it to be the same weight. So when you think of it that way, you have a piece of woven, you might need to use Decaville Light or a combination of like a woven interface and then Decaville Light, because you want it the same consistency as the vinyl.
Hey Della, welcome. Glad you're able to join us.
Hi Della. I love making bags. It makes me happy. It's like instant gratification, and like I'm not gonna lie to you, after making this bag, I was so proud of myself. I mean, popped my collar. I was on cloud 9. I felt good because I made something that I actually liked. I normally don't like the things that I make. We're all each other's, like, when we make stuff, we're hard on it ourselves. And to pretend that we're not, it's just not true. But I was really, really proud of myself with this. I was like, oh my God, I made this.
Julie had a question. She said the phone pocket bagging has woven interfacing as a recommendation. What do you use, if any? If I
was doing it, I probably most likely would interface it with Decaville Light and keep 3/8 on the top out of the seam allowance, so that way it wouldn't cause bulk when we're binding, but it would have that nice firmness when you put your phone in the pocket. Okay, and then we're gonna go cut out Decaville Light for some of these pieces. Oops. Okay, a neat piece. Okay, and again, I did the same thing. I clipped into the curve, so when I'm doing the Decaville Light, or I mean Decaville Heavy, I'm sorry, I can trace out the pieces, and then I can fold it down for the next piece. You can print out too. You don't have to do what I do. I don't know, it's easier for my mind to wrap it around that way. I don't have a ginormous table, so it's going to cut it close, but it can be done. Let's see. I'm going to move this ruler back to behind me. There we go. You're okay, buddy. And I traced this because Decaville is very sturdy. And I'm cheap with the Decaville Heavy. I'm that person that saves all the scraps. I have like a scrap bin of just interfacing. It's my precious. I chose pink because I thought it would pop everything out, and it was the first one on my table. I also use a pen on these as long as it doesn't bleed, or like I had one pen that as soon as iron hit it, it just started spreading. I was like, okay. And it wasn't like a gel one. It was like one of those permanent marker pens.
So Terry says that she has has to cut her fabric on the kitchen counter.
Yeah.
It's about the same size as a cutting mat.
Yeah, it's because this is a big bag. Like when after you start assembling it, the last step, you're gonna realize everything that you accomplish. I was on the wood floor tracing out my pieces and cutting them out on my first one. Okay, we're gonna put this on the side real quick while we cut out this. You're probably like, why is she just her and her color marker? You don't, I also use chalk pens and chalk pencils. I use pretty much whatever's around me. I need to laminate these pieces. I know I want to do, or print them out and give them to my husband so he can put them on a chopping mat from the dollar store, because I have plans to make this for some people for gifts. This is like the ultimate, you're important to me gift. I just spent 5 weeks making this bag. The good thing about taking your time, what I like about sew alongs is you could take your time. You're not trying to hurry up and make the bags like a competition. You're really enjoying this process. On the front of her pattern, it says this is not a race. This is a slow marathon. Because if you do slow and steady, you can alleviate any mistakes you made. And it won't be frustrating. And then at the end of the process, we all have these phenomenal bags that we made. I really think this would be a good football bag. Now I'm thinking like Raiders or Patriots or Rams. Like the colors would be amazing on this bag. Okay, I'm not going to say the Saints. So, yeah. The Buccaneers. Yeah.
I knew you were following Brady.
Everywhere he goes. Everywhere he
did not
goes.
say Patriots.
I said, nope. I said Patriots in the beginning.
You said Raiders.
I said Raiders or Patriots.
Gotcha.
I gave a couple.
Hi, Cindy.
I gave a couple of, football teams. That alone should win me a prize. Let's see. I had all my little notes cut out.
Oh, no, you didn't, Pierre. Oh, that's Dana. No, Dana.
You said roll tide.
No, Dana. LSU all the way. Go Tigers.
This is why okay, so in baseball, this would make a really good Dodgers bag. Or Angels. Yeah. I'm going to say it too because I like the Red Sox. I know. I'm from California. I know. Okay. But think of the colors. That's what I'm thinking about.
Piera says she has a question.
Okay. Oh no. There's no question for you. You know why. Is my husband saying your name right? That's my question. There's no questions.
P-I-E-R?
I don't know. You're from Louisiana, so sometimes you say things a little bit.
If it had a double R and an E at the end, we would say Pierre. So Piera. Let me know if I'm wrong, Piera.
Please tell him he's wrong. Yeah, see? Angels, right? Mm-hmm.
So, Julie, how did you boys grow up in the stadium?
Because you...
I'm joking.
Okay, I'm not going to even lie. But Okay, Julie, but aren't Dodger dogs amazing? I try to explain. See, now you ruined it. Now our friendship's over, Pierre. You gave him ammunition against me. So we're going to make the zipper panel, which is pattern piece C. And I'm going to trace these out too. I see people like, I can make this, and I'm like, I secretly am envious of you. If you don't want to trust this, you can try this Soline air eraser. It's pretty cool too.
Your homegirl said go Dodgers. That was Della.
Yeah, Dodger dogs are amazing. Dodger dogs, and like it's like the cheapest beer in the world, but somehow it's good. I don't know if it's because of the Dodger dog.
Julie said she lives in Diamond Bar.
Yeah, I was born in Tustin, raised in Orange County, but I use Torrance. Oh yeah, no, Tustin is where I lived first. Well, yes. I lived all over California. Born, raised. But yeah, you know, I always thought like Dodgers and Angels fans were very intense, but man, Maryland, yeah. Different kind. They're like, all my California people, we all know how you go to a Raiders game and how people interact. Those Raven fans are loco, man. They're super. The teacher, my daughter was wearing something in California, it was a different team, and the teacher was like, we're gonna win you, and I'm like, she's 5 years old. She's like, she doesn't know how to spell this. She has no idea what it is. You need to calm down. And now I don't wear Patriots. I wear nothing. Because they're very intense out here. Very intense. But they do come out and show up. But Baltimore is such a tiny town that when it comes, it's like California traffic. Other than that, there's no traffic out here. Like driving on the 10, traffic.
45.
Oh my god.
101. Jeez.
I don't miss the traffic. At all. But I do miss the beaches and the food. Like, we have no Del Taco out here, no In-N-Out, no Wiener Schnitzel, no El Pollo Loco. So please, no Alberto's.
Alberto Jr. That was a Redondo.
Oh, Farmer's Boy. So every time, like, my siblings, I have one sibling that lives in California, my mom lives in California, and they mention food, like, I'm looking at them with side eyes like, you know, I can't get that out here, right? Why are you taunting me? I lived a lot of places. I lived in Boulder, Colorado, Arizona, and now Maryland. I stayed in Seattle for a while too. I like Seattle though. I like rain. I'm that weird person. Yeah, you're right. If you lived in California and you were born in the 80s or 90s, you know that you were able to go to like WWE and WWF wrestling matches for like nothing. And now it's really expensive. Like, I remember going when there was like the $1 Million Man, Hulk Hogan, and I remember The Rock's first wrestling match. I was there. And now my sister's like, it's hard to go into these things. Yeah, going to sports events in the 80s and 90s was relatively inexpensive. That was like the least inexpensive thing in California. I love Sacramento too. See, I love rain. It's like comforting, and then it's the one time my allergies don't flare up. Maybe that's why I like it.
Yeah, but you probably love the rain until you move to Maryland.
No, it's weird now. When it doesn't rain, I'm trying to figure out. Like, I have never... Okay, they always say Seattle rains nonstop, but Maryland, when it doesn't rain, I'm surprised. When it doesn't. I think the longest we went without rain is a week. And that was maybe once. The rains are like torrential out here, especially during like hurricane season. I had to explain to my kids like last fall, because like I was trying to explain to them like about fire season in California, and they were like, "There's an actual season for those." Like, yeah, it's not awesome. So for super not awesome.
Julie's reminiscing over there. She said, "Do you remember when you can go to Disneyland for $22?"
Oh my god! If you showed a resident, yeah, you were like able to. They used to have days like for certain zip codes that you were able to get in for half the price too. I miss Disney. I do miss Disneyland. I used to go all the time. I was like a seasonal pass holder. I'm that person that can just walk aimlessly around and just loving it. I miss Knoxbury Farm. Yeah, Knoxbury Farm has like the best, some of the best food, park food. Magic Mountain, I was at Magic Mountain all the time. So with Peace zipper panel, we are cutting out two. We need 2 of lining. So we have our 2.
They have to be hearing your hair.
The mic, yeah. I can't control the hair.
It's okay. I can move the mic.
My hair is just, it was very humid today, so my hair is even expanding even more. Zipper panel.
Monica says she's in Redlands. Everything up here is expensive.
My friend lived in the Highlands, so I'm pretty dapper about that. I worked at Wells Fargo, which was on Hospitality Lane in San Bernardino. Yeah, you're talking about my stomping grounds now. Side piece, shoot, zipper panel.
So even though Nova and I met in California, or Arizona / California, I'm from New Orleans.
Yes.
So I'm a foodie. Love some Creole food.
My parents moved around a lot, so I just lived a lot of places in California. From like San Bernardino to San Clemente, you name it. I lived it.
She actually worked at Disney.
I've always wanted to work there. My cousin worked there as a makeup artist, and that was the closest I can get. I do miss the food though. I miss Wiener Schnitzel. I'm not gonna lie to you. And In-N-Out with animal style fries. Let's see. I need a pen.
Congratulations, Robbie. Golden Knights won a championship. Now let's see how long it takes for the next one to come.
Oh God, you're talking to somebody that's super competitive in all things sports. I think he almost like fainted when I was like, "Yeah, I'm not a Lakers fan," and he was like, "What?"
No, I fainted when you said you were a Celtics fan.
Okay, so there's a weird story behind that. My parents are really into sports, right? My dad and my brothers and my mom talk about the Lakers like they own the team. Like they know things that I'm like, how did you find out that information, right? So it would get just really competitive in the house. And if I didn't know things about something, they would be like, you don't know sports. So one day I asked my friend who was the team that the Lakers rival, and they were like the Celtics. So he started teaching me the stuff so that way I can irritate my parents. And then it turned out I actually liked them. That's how it happened with the Patriots too. Javon Curve is the person who made me like the Patriots. Then, right. And I, like, when I was young, the people that were hot, like Shaq and Kobe, it was just it's very California. And very, my parents like, you don't know about sports. And you're just like, oh, okay. But baseball, we all agreed. Everybody was a Dodger and Angel fan. And like, you know. Again, it may be the hot dogs. I don't know.
Cindy said the state fair is going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah. I like to see what fried food they're going to make next. I won't eat it, but I'll watch it.
Wasn't that one of our first dates?
Yeah. And Faith was like all about the fried Oreos. Ugh. I can't do it. I feel like I was like instant heart attack.
Julie is moving. She says she is waiting to cut out the shoe pocket pieces.
Man, you're on fire. Okay, so everyone says I sew fast, but everyone has their things. I take forever to prep. I think that's why I sew fast, because I like everything is done. I put the two pieces side by side because this is a straight edge, just to save on cutting time and save on fabric. Mostly cutting time though. I think I'm like, when I seen this waterproof canvas, I immediately thought of Monica. And I was like, yeah, this is my inner Monica. Cheetah and leopard. I actually was going to use her zipper tape, but the color wasn't the same color as this, so I might use it for the interior pockets still though. And I still haven't figured out if I want to use gold hardware or antique brass. I haven't figured that out. Now, if your lining is cotton, you would need to cut out woven interfacing, but I'm using vinyl and waterproof canvas, so. All right. Yes, they're very serious. Okay, so New Yorkers are really serious about their teams. Like, they're serious, period. You're like, yeah, you're right. They shouldn't have never done it. Please leave me alone, sir. We're gonna now do piece D.
Well, fans are still mad that they left and went to Baltimore, even though they have a team that's back in that city.
I remember when the Rams left California, my dad was hot, and he's a Raiders fan. I was like, why are you upset? Like, I think it goes the thing. Like, if somebody leaves the place that you're comfortable with, it may make you a little upset.
Well, the fans that have it the worst right now are the Chargers.
Yeah.
They're really mad that Chargers left San Diego, because that was their franchise. Well,
I mean, the city makes money off of it, and it funds stuff like, different schools, extracurricular activities. Like, it does a lot. I'm cutting, not tracing on this one because it's a straight edge. Just follow it, and I have the weights so the pattern pieces don't shift. If you wanted to, you can add like a small ruler and just go, so that way you have something to follow. Because sometimes I feel like if I have the ruler, I will mess up. And what I'm going to do when I get to this part, I'm going to trace it, because there's no way in Hades I'm going to be able to hit those curves right. Yeah, I want Greek mythology.
Look who joined us.
That's my daughter, Fox Queen Hope, just so you know. This is the Orarosa Travel Bag. Which I also think it would be a really good gym bag. Or like, I see this for cheerleaders, like having all their stuff, especially the shoe pocket. That's a total game changer. So I'm cutting all the way up to this straight line. And maybe just a little past it. And then I'm going to cut it out with scissors. Okay. And by the way, if you guys are watching, if you're in Facebook groups, you need to look at PR's work. She sews like almost all her bags like in leather, and they're seriously phenomenal. I'm going to probably come to her with a leather question. Because all of her bags are just stunning. Like most of the time I see her stuff is in blue calla. But I think she's made some Orarosa bags. And she just does beautiful work. Don't let that go to your head. And we're going to get the lining. Okay, the one thing I love about waterproof canvas is how much you get. So if you do make a mistake, you're just like, it's okay. It only cost me $6, or I got this. I got so much more. What do you plan on making this travel bag for? Is it going to be for you to go somewhere like, I don't know, so Magical Expo and then we all can see each other? Or are you making it as like, oh, I'm making this bag so that way I could pack up my kids' stuff and they can spend that time at grandma's house? I love that bag. Or are you doing like sports tailgating thing? Or this can hold all my craft stuff. Like I thought about that too, like, because I like to dabble with like making photo albums and stuff, and I was like, with the right stuff, this would be a really good crafts bag.
So Terry said this would be good for a dancing school student.
Yes.
As well.
Definitely.
And Sandra is she loves your weights.
Thank you. I will list the maker. Her name is Melissa. She does she makes all pretty things. She also, I don't know if I have any. She makes the waffle ones with the butter. Oh my god. I already have pattern weights, so I shouldn't get more, but her pattern weights are just gorgeous. I love to buy from other makers too. If you notice, Alexis, in one of her bags, she always buys from other small business, like Emmeline Bags or Cork. I want to say the one with the lipstick. If you're in here, Alexis, I forgot the name of the group. The one with the lipstick, the blue one, that's another maker too. So you got to appreciate a designer who buys within the community because they're supporting the community.
Dana says she's making hers for So Magical Expo.
Oh my god, we got to see each other.
And Robbie said she's going to London and making a sweet travel bag. Wanted the Mary Poppins theme, but haven't found the Mary Poppins vinyl.
No, but Camelot has gorgeous Mary Poppins fabric, like absolutely stunning. I've been making an excuse wanting to do it, and you make me think that this would make the perfect Mary Poppins bag. Camelot though, go to Camelot Fabrics, and you might be able to get it from like Fabric Candy Shoppy or your local quilt store, but I know it's not vinyl on the outside, but maybe you can do Otocoat. Yeah, Otocoat. Kindle does it. So you guys see some of my cool bags, and it'll be like, it looks like it's waterproof canvas and it's Otocoat, and it makes the fabric water resistant. My husband does that. And I'm the one that seals it afterwards, but he waxes, or you can wax it. You can wax it. Camelot has a really nice one, and maybe you can wax it, or coat it, and then it becomes water resistant, and it gives it lots of structure too. My only tip I would tell you, if you do waxing and or coat, is to fuse your stabilizers on it first and then do it. It's going to take a lot more product, but then you're not trying to, you can't fuse it once you already start the coat process. Zipper panel flap.
Alexis says lips was custom canvas from the styled Magnolia.
Yeah, that's it. She, like I told you, she shops from a lot of small businesses, and I'm not saying that because she's on here. It's something that I appreciate, because what she makes is like, when she creates a bag and she makes it, you get to see her fantasy and her prepare, like how she prepares stuff, come alive. Because I like, look at this piece. Who would, I can't do this. So when she's thinking of all this stuff and making bags, and she's purchasing from Corp or Magnolia, she's supporting these small businesses, and somebody might buy that fabric because of Alexa's bag. So I think that's really important, to support each other in the community. I know I was just like rambling about that, but it's important. I'm not cutting out woven interfacing for the panel because I'm using waterproof canvas. Well, we're going to need Decouville Light for piece M. My pattern pieces are completely beat up. They've been used now for like 4 or 5 times.
Dana asked, are you using canvas for the lining, or are you using woven material?
I'm using waterproof canvas for the lining, because I'm making, if I sell this bag, when I make and sell bags, I make it as if what I would need, I spill. Like, I spill bad. Like, I couldn't even say it will be a baby bottle, juice bottle for my kids. Most likely, whatever spilled in the bag is for me. So, I like to, I could take a hand sanitizer or a baby wipe and wipe it down, and it's clean. And then, saving on interfacing.
Donna wants to know your background story. How did you get to making bags? How long have you been doing it? And yeah, that's what she wants to know.
My abuelita, my grandmother, was a seamstress, a sewist. She had a small business where she would design dresses. So there would be like different parties and whatever, and then she would hem. She would hem stuff, but it wasn't really her hemming. She taught me how to hem, and then that was my job. So she would hem things, and I just knew how to sew from her. Then I wanted to make stuff that wasn't clothes, so she was teaching me how to quilt, and I literally think I've been sewing with a needle and thread since I was like 4. My earliest remembrance of being on the ground floor underneath the dress and pinning and doing slip stitches and pants and dresses. So then when I got 19 and 18, you know how we all do, we just want a college party, not do the sewing. So Hope. Hope is Fox Queen. That's my baby. Today's my birthday, and on Tuesday is hers. So she's gonna be 12. She's my little warrior queen. She doesn't even know all the power she holds yet. She's an amazing person. I'm not just saying that because she's my kid and she's on there. It is weirdly pressured though. But she really is just a super amazing person. So one day I was back to the one day I was just on Facebook, and I came across Swoon. I think that we all have. And because I seen, actually weirdly, I don't know if I told Alexis this, but I seen one of her bags in Swoon, and I totally freaked out. And when I got to actually know her and meet her, I was like, oh my God, this is the person that they're bagging Swoon. I was like, this is amazing. So.
Oh, Alexis says, you were working on your birthday? What?
Yeah.
How did I not know this?
I have this weird thing. I was telling Monica, somehow, some way, my birthday, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, it's kind of like the 16 candle situation. Everyone forgets my birthday. And I think it's because it's in July. I guarantee, my dad hasn't messaged me, and I guarantee you he'll do it tomorrow. Like, oh my God. It's to the point now that I'm just like, it's my birthday. It's my birthday. But yes, my baby, she'll be turning 12 on the 26th. And I'm hoping she will sew. I don't know if I have the patience. I may have Kendall teach her, because Kendall, in our household, everybody knows, like, Kendall knows how to sew. He can hem his own pants. His mom, oh my God, she can make some clothes. Like, seriously, she's super talented. One of the talented people I've ever met. And she's creative, and she's inventive, and she can sew. So sewing is in my kids' blood, their DNA. So they have it from both sides. But how I got into bag making is one day I was in a group looking at clothes, and someone had a matching bag. It was like I think it was a Betty Bowler, and someone asked who it is, and I clicked onto that page, and that's how I went down the rabbit hole. You just start like, oh my God. And I made my first bag, was actually a Crafty Gemini bag, and it pops up yearly on my Facebook. It looks decent, but when you really opened it up, it was a hot mess. It was a serious hot mess, but I loved it. I love that bag so much. And it was the first bag I sold too.
You're getting a ton. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Okay, yes. Fox Queen Hope, aka Hope. They call her Mimi. So yeah, that's how I got into it. And then you start elevating, and then you have Alexis and Erica, who make bags that you feel like should be on Saks Fifth Avenue, like, and the steps they make literally takes my breath away, because if you follow the process, if you do exactly what it says in there, your bag will be like Alexis's. She works on a domestic. She understands difficulties with different fabrics. Like, if you're in the chat, you'll see her. She's like very active. She wants to help, and it's just something that I really love about the bag making world, is people want to help.
Alexis said, did you skip the interfacing on your first bag too? Because she surely did.
Oh my God. So, like, no joke, I think I put Decoville Light and not Decoville Heavy in the panel thing, because my cork one is so much stiffer than the Mora one. I think it just I was like, this is not working. But I had canvas, and then for some reason I put Woven Fuse, the regular one that's similar to Shape Flex, on my canvas. Now, weirdly enough, my lining looks super crisp, and I don't know if it's because of that combination. But yeah, just if you follow her process. Alexis, what would you do? Because I think someone asked earlier if you have canvas or woven for the pocket, the slip pocket. Would you use just Shape Flex 101? Would you use Decoville? What would you recommend? Because I believe I don't know if the lips one was canvas or vinyl, but that bag, man, that's a showstopper bag if I've seen one. When she, like, it's kind of like an Advent. Every day there's like a different bag that she pops up with, and you're just like, hey, your babies are small. I think you are a witch, because this is some magic you're making right now. My other favorite person, like, I always love to see their bags, is Nancy. She loves cork too. Like, I always can almost guarantee the bag is gonna have some kind of cork in it. Alexis does too. She always makes a cork bag. I'm always interested, like, to see what people, when they mix cork with other stuff, it always intrigues me. And cork is really good. Sherry's very sweet. And if you can't get directly from her, if you make an Emmeline order, chances are if you're getting cork, it's from Sherry. They say it on the label. I always get the till one, never knowing what I'm going to make. Does anyone else do that? Buy random fabric, don't know what the project's for, and then magically you find something?
Alexa says that she did respond directly to she sent.
Okay.
Using any wovens as an exterior would be
two layers.
She would use 2 layers of woven interfacing and stabilize as indicated in the pattern.
Yep. My daughter's extra tonight. Let's see.
Hola, Dalva.
Oh, hi, Dalva. I like Dalva's bags too. Her bags just are, she's really good at. I think, okay, honestly, everyone's good at fabric coordination, and I'm just enamored with what people pick out for their fabric choices. All right. We're almost done with the first page. There's not a lot on the second. Then we're going to interface everything and just set it aside. So we're doing the side panel now. So I'm tracing it out. Don't cut your vinyl on the fold. You don't want that anywhere from 1/8 of an inch or more. I think, I'm not going to lie, I tried to cut on the fold with marine vinyl and the shape didn't even come out right. So I just trace. Where does everyone where is your favorite place to get vinyl or cork? I'm curious. Or fabric. I'm a sucker for Camelot fabrics. Whenever they come out with any kind of Disney stuff, I have a whole bunch of Winnie the Pooh, and I have no idea why. One day I'll make a Winnie the Pooh bag. I even have like really pretty antique buttons. Because I'm like, I'm going to make a bag. That's how I knew about the Mary Poppins. I love Mary Poppins. I want to make a bag like hers too. Get the cane and cosplay as her. I like to make, other than bags, I do make garments. Fan, I love vintage. I love 40s, 50s. And I also cosplay. I like to, I do a lot of venues at conventions. So I like to make elaborate costumes. Side panel 1, 2. We don't need woven interfacing because we have that. Clip that.
Alexa says more vinyl from Emmeline.
Yeah. More is like every time that. It just feels amazing. I have a thing for Rex though too. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why the metallic ones, they always scream to me to get made. So we need to do a Decoville heavy and piece N. I was really thrilled with this pattern because I feel like we don't use Decoville a lot in patterns, but in the Catalina we did, and I was like, oh yeah, Decoville heavy for everything. I love the way the structure looks, and it just looked really nice. It was really funny because with the Monica, for some odd reason, I had no Peltex 71. So I actually messaged Alexis and we were trying to figure out what we can make, what I have that could be comparable for it. And that's just the kind of person she is. So if you get her pattern and you're like, hey, I don't have that, if you reach out to her or someone in the group, people will give you information. They're like, oh yeah, you can do this, this, and this. And you're like, I didn't know. That's so amazing. think I used, if I'm not mistaken, 2 layers of Bouncy Firm and 1 layer of Decaville Light. I love the way the Monica looked after that too. There's always a way.
Donna says she loves Bodio faux leathers. She provides great descriptions, which makes her confident when she's shopping with her. She tries to support all women-owned small businesses if she can.
That's amazing. Yeah, you know what's weird? I've never, I know you're gonna be like Shinova. No, I've never ordered from Bodio, and I've never ordered from my punk embroidery. I always say that I'm going to do it, and I never have, and I should. I like to support small businesses too, as you know, it's somebody's dream. And Monica, for Joann's, okay, my favorite marine vinyl, the navy blue from Joann's, hands down. I should own stock in that because all of my superhero bags, that's the color I use. I love that one. And you working at Joann's and you can understand my Camelot, like in Disney prints. I'm like, yay, all the Disney prints. I have a weird Winnie the Pooh thing though. I don't know. I've never made a Winnie the Pooh bag, but I have.
You made a quilt.
Oh yeah, that's it. I made a quilt. That was it. Okay, so all these little scraps, don't throw them away. Don't throw them away. Cut them up, put them in little squares, put them in a jar, because you can interface it on the back of a rivet, or before you put the rivet on, it could be something that helps support your bag. Don't throw them away. Every little piece is gold.
Monica said she's got a problem.
Yeah. I try not even go into Joann's because I'm like, man, I'm coming out with things that I never needed. I do like going there for Black Friday. I know you probably absolutely loathe Black Friday, but there's something like reminiscent of Toys R Us where you see all these people that are obviously crafty in either sewing or jewelry or whatever have you, and they're like running around like it's Toys R Us getting that Power Ranger or something. So not necessarily to buy, but I like to look when people do that. It makes me feel like it's Christmas. I don't know. I said it's weird. Let's see. Not the side panel pocket. I printed all these things out. We did in good in we cut it in the stabilizer. We're going to side panel 2, which is F. We're going to cut one in our faux leather or your vinyl or your cork or what you have. And then we're going to do one in the lining, and I'm using waterproof canvas. I'm having so much fun talking with everyone. This totally made my day. I should have did this with my marker. This pen is like, does anyone else like have pens that you know are empty but somehow stays in your stash and you're like, I know this pen's not working anymore.
Monica says she likes Black Friday, but only at the cut counter, not at the register.
How do you, I try to figure out how you do that, because people will be coming up with like so much stuff. There was this one time that I remember that the person they brought the whole roll of fleece and asked for everything except 1 yard on the roll. And that person's face was hilarious. Like, you got to be kidding me. Just by the yard. My favorite fabric from Joann's during the holidays is the Grinch. I sell a lot of stockings, and everybody always wants the Grinch stockings. But I'm not going to lie to you, that green faux fur, yeah, that stuff stays with you like a Christmas tree. It's in your house for years.
Hi, Michelle. Good morning. She said, yeah, she's on in from Brisbane, Australia. She said they don't have many places to buy vinyl there. Her go-to is Mir Zen and Passion for vinyl. Check those places out.
I know. There's somebody I buy her box. She's from Australia. She has like the coolest collection of notions. That's why I buy it. She has like the most interesting notions, and she has nice clothing patterns. I can't think of her name off the bat, but she carries like fabrics and everything. And I always buy her box, and they come really fast. Like, she has like a holiday one. She has like themed ones, and it comes with a really nice paper pattern. She does really nice clothing. If I had the time, I would sew all my clothes. I love making clothes. And that could be because of my abuelita, but I also like the fact that when you make something, it's custom fitted to you. So you're not getting something that's like too big at the waist, or, you know, whatever it is that you're uncomfortable with. It's just there. Okay, we're going to do this with the stabilizer, or not the stabilizer, with the waterproof canvas. I like, there's a small business, I can't think of their name off that, but they sell waterproof canvas, and it's roughly around the same that we get at Fabric Wholesale Direct, but it feels like, if you guys purchase waterproof canvas from Lauren, it's light, and it doesn't have the same as water resistance. It doesn't have the same properties, but I like the feel of it, and I just found out this person sells it. I'm trying to remember their name, so that way others can do their small business. But they have really beautiful colors, like flamingo red, and just really beautiful colors. But I did buy some cotton for some interiors from Wept and Wharf. I bought it from Stitch Supply Co. They have this fabric from, I think it's Wept and Wharf, and it's called Black Honey. It is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. And I'm excited to use it. At first I was going to use it as a lining fabric, but I think that boy deserves to be in the bag. And I got some Ruby Star fabric. You can't go wrong with Ruby Star. Fabric to me is like a separate hobby. I just like collect it.
Sammy laughed. She said she works at Joann's too, and the joke is sometimes that she pays them to work there.
I don't know how you do it. I would just be like, yeah, I need all the Shapelex, all the Peltex 71, pretty much every Disney thing. Yeah, that's where the first time I seen Mary Poppins. I was like, they have Mary Poppins fabric? No way. That's going to be a goal for me. This year, I'm going to make a bag either with Winnie the Pooh and or Mary Poppins fabric. Make it work. Wax it, do whatever.
Katie said Wonderground Fabrics has what percent?
Yeah, I think that's it. That you're absolutely right, Katie. They have, I went on their site and they had like the most beautiful colors. I'm not saying Fabric Wholesale Direct is not a small business, but I just like supporting, like, I guess you don't want to say that. I like to support small businesses within our own community who are active in our community. Your dollars count. All right, so we have this. We cut out a pattern piece F, and we need to side panel. We need to cut out sorry, I'm looking for not the zipper tube. I promise you I had all these. I'll put these on the side. There goes my camera.
And everything else with it.
Let's see. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna get. Okay, so we're doing piece G. We're almost there. Okay. Oh no, I need to cut out piece O for the side pocket. Don't jump ahead, Shnova. I just have piece O. Where did you go? There we are. So we need Declaville Heavy again. And we're just going to trace it out. I also like hardware. I think I collect hardware. I also like a lot of different interfacings. I like to play around with it to see what I can do different and how does it make the bag look. I was, like I said, super excited when I seen we were like using Declaville Heavy throughout the bag. I was like, oh my gosh, this bag is gonna be so cool, super structured, and I was excited. To work there. My fatal flaw is when they started doing like curbside. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna order everything. Okay. Side panel 2. All right, so then we're now on piece G. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I really like stabilizers. I think that sometimes we believe that we have to have a certain one when that's not the case sometimes. Not all the times. I do always recommend to follow with the the designer has, because when they show you the bag, you're trying to achieve that look. So it is important. But then after your second or third time making it, play with it, because you might be able to make something look even more structured or more, you know, nice and slouchy. It just depends on what you want. So with piece G, we have to cut 1 of vinyl, 1 of lining, and 2 of waterproof canvas, because it's the shoe flap. So we're going to do the vinyl first, and then we're going to do the lining and the 2 waterproof canvases. We're going to just do it on the 2 waterproof canvases. Oh, I mean three. Oh, thank you.
Gotta stay hydrated.
Ain't that the truth? We're almost there. And take your time and just cut things out, so you're not adding extra little 1/8 of an inch here and there. Ask me how I know.
I don't know if you saw, but Julie said she loved the YouTube video you did on stabilizers.
I really appreciate that. Because I really love stabilizers. Like,
but she also said she needs to really pay close attention to what you're doing now.
I'm just mostly tracing and I'm cutting. I have really sharp scissors. I think sharp scissors, I'm not gonna lie, are key. Like when my scissors get dull, they either become paper scissors or cut zipper tape scissors. But like scissors like these, I would take to Joann's to get sharpened, and or this company sharpens their own scissors. They're LDH. I believe they're in Canada, if I'm mistaken. I sold a couple bags and then I treated myself to this, because if you know me, I try to put iridescent on everything. I think everything needs a rainbow. So I saved up and I got these, and I found out through the company that you can send them back so they can get sharpened. And I'm like, that's awesome. I believe Kai does the same thing, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I think K-I. I said it as
K-I?
No, K-A-I. I said it as one though. K-I.
I mean, you know, I know Kai from Dragon Ball Z.
No, they're really good scissor brand. They're really, really good. But one of them got like nicked really bad because I think Kendall was trying to cut something and it literally broke my heart. I was like, I just got these scissors.
Wow. The bus has rolled over me.
Huh?
You said I was trying to cut something?
No,
oh.
Kendall Jr., not you.
Junior.
I know.
I was about to say, what?
Not you. You're the one that's like, don't touch the scissors. Yeah, scissors.
Thank you.
Scissors are good. I haven't found the perfect rotary cutter. I feel like I want to get a smaller one. I haven't found the perfect one. I do like this one. This is from the same company. And the blades are black too. I don't know. Can they see it right there? The blades?
You put it up. Yeah.
Right here?
By your face.
The blades are black on the LDH. This is the Midnight Collection. This is my favorite rotary cutter, but I'm out of blades and I need to order more from them. Their blades are really sharp. That's been my favorite. They're just ones that I have to really save up for. And then it's bad because I'm that person that wants the instant gratification. I want it immediately. Then I'm like super bummed when I don't get it. But it's worth saving up and having sales for, or just because. So we're making 3 of these, remember. Thought I said, why would I put you on the list? You don't touch my scissors. The little one named Kendall used to touch all my scissors. Don't get me wrong. Hope, if she's listening, she does it too. If I have any scissors on the table, I had like these black scissors and they were literally unscrewed. Yeah, the LDH, I'll put the information. Kendall, are you able to look it up on the website and put it in the chat? LDH scissors. Are you able to look on your phone? And then
My phone is watching you live.
oh, you can't. Oh, you can't split screen? Oh, Apple.
No, it's just a new Apple. It's an older Apple thing.
Because, you know, like, my Android, I can split screen, but we're Apple and... Okay, so my son, or my son, my daughter, the oldest daughter, and Kendall, they're Apple lovers, right? Me and Hope are Droid lovers.
And it's unforgiving in this house.
It is, truly. Because we'll say stuff like... And there was like a moment of panic on the 4th video of this bag, and like Hope was our savior. Okay, Andrew, you know, like androids. No.
So as you were saying, LDH is the name?
LDH. Look for like LDH scissors.
Split screen.
Oh, I'm glad you have split screen now. Oh yeah, total Android.
It's ldhscissors.com.
Are you able to copy the website and put it in the chat?
Sure.
There's no affiliate link. They're just weird scissors that I found that they always stay sharp. So I have these. I have like a smaller pair, and they have really good snips, like the thread ones for like $5. I always buy like a few of those, and they have the blades. The Midnight Collection, like I said, at first I was like, I wanted it because there were black blades. I know that's super not important, but what I liked about this one is the safeguard is on here like this, and then when you push the button down, you have your rotary. You have your blade. I just need to order more blades.
Monica said, yes, Android, a house divided.
Yeah, seriously. We're seriously like, there's only sometimes I want an Apple, like sometimes like the TV shows, but then I could just watch it from his Apple thing. So
I think everybody's on your side.
Because
Alexis, Sammy, everybody's like,
it's Android. It's like, it's just easy. That's split screen was on key, because like my phone will be like, yeah, you can split it in 4 different screens. Let's go.
You got the fold phone. Your phone is bigger than most people's tablets.
I love my fold, except the minus the green line that's on it. I need to really take it to the store, but being without my phone for an hour straight would give me anxiety. I know I'm not the only one, because as much as we say we don't want to be on our phone, if we don't have it, we're like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Yeah, but my Faith is my oldest. She's 16. She'll be 17 in November. And she's a total Apple lover like her dad. Like everything Apple. Hope is a Droid lover. She...
Like her mother.
Yeah, like me. She just likes Droid. When I wanted to maybe get her a cell phone. And first I was going to give her Faith's old phone and upgrade Faith's. But I think she really wants a Droid. So... I don't want to like take something away from her, so that will be my next step, figuring out a good Droid for her. She's really good with computers. She did this video called Sad, and it was about a ball of trash. And what was the other thing? It was like a ball of trash. It was like a ball in paper, right?
She's watching. She'll tell everybody in about a second.
Yeah, it was like ball and paper. And like how she edited it, I've never seen anyone make a video like that. I'm like, oh, she could be like the next director or producer or something big. And then the baby is Kenken. His name is Kendall, but we just call him Kenken. We're going to do it until he tells us we can, because I know eventually that's going to come.
Yeah, it's coming.
He's my little man. He's like the sweetest person you've ever met. He would give the clothes off his back to help you out. He's generally a sweet person. He's actually quite like Faith, and Faith admitted to me yesterday that she and Ken are exactly alike.
Yes, they
All right.
Alexa says, you're not the only one. My old one just stopped working for audio.
Mm-hmm.
New one arrived, and now she's working off of 2. Also a nightmare.
How do you do that? Yes, I know. Fox Queen Hope droid for life, right? Yeah, it has like a green line. So my Kendall keeps saying we need to take it in, and I'm totally like, I don't know if I can be without my phone. I don't know. I think you're asking too much
like
for me.
Giving them a car and then they give you a loaner.
It's really hard because I use it for everything. I was like, I know I should. Not the shoe pocket lining. I need the stabilizer one.
Kofi.
My hope. I don't know what I would do without you. Zipper pocket backing. Pattern piece. G. All right. Got that. All right, so now we're going to do piece P. We're going to make 2 of Decavelle Heavy. I like this one. How she did the pocket on that. You're slipping the Decavelle Heavy in the last step. It's kind of genius. And you can kind of use the piece that we did, so you're not wasting. Just trace it out, cut it. And like I said, if you have these little scraps, if you save them, they could be the backings and make that reinforcement that you need. I sometimes use them like washers when I'm doing a rivet, so it just has that extra, I'm not going anywhere. Now I'm stuck. I think LDH is in Canada though. All like the good. It's really weird. Okay, so I always hear Canadians saying that they want stuff from America, and I always want stuff from Canada. Like always. You guys got the cork people, the hardware people, more. And I think these scissor people are there. And I think my friend Christina, if I'm not mistaken, she just got this beautiful like custom fabric, and they're like the prettiest prints, and they're in Canada, but they print on like rayon and just really light and flowy. Light and flowy fabrics, and I was like, oh wow, I need to order from them now. Let's see. I don't hear anything, Dean Hope. Let's see. All right. We're going to be on the last page of cutting, and then we'll just interface. And there's not a whole, oddly, there's not a whole lot to interface. All right. My Decavelle Heavy's getting low. That gives me anxiety too. Wouldn't it be like awesome if one day someone just at your door, here's some Decavelle Heavy and light, and you're just like, oh my gosh, best person ever. Shoe pocket flap. All right. All right, so we're gonna do the foam pocket. That's piece H. Okay, so what I want to do with this one, because this is, no, I'm not using this one now. Wait, huh? I'm going to use this for the foam backing. So I'm going to use the Pocket Piece H on the waterproof canvas, and then I'm going to do the backing on with that cork, because then I felt like the whole bag is like, you know, just two-tone, and then bam, this is in your face. I'm like, yeah, I like that. I think pattern weights literally saved me because of the shifting. I use everything that's around me too. Heck, I'll use my scissors as pattern weights. Line up the top, line up the bottom. That's the only thing bad about waterproof canvas. You can't really cut it on the folds. You're just adding more measurements into your piece. And these pieces are very accurate to have everything fit together really nicely. It comes together beautifully. So the first steps for next week, we're going to be doing pack 1 and 2. So pack 1 is really relatively fast, because we're just working with the shoulder strap. Then we're going to be working with a lot of pieces to make the outside of the bag. It can be a lot of work at times, but if you put everything in a pocket, like in packets like she suggests in the pattern, it works together perfectly. Then following week will be, we're doing some of the interior. The interior part comes together, and the shoe thing is one separate thing. It looks like it's hard, but once you read all the instructions and you see, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this comes together beautifully. It's interesting. I don't know how they do that. It's intriguing. Like, I want to sit down and just like watch one of them come up with a bag, because it's seriously cool. Okay, so we have pattern piece H done.
Sammy says she just got a Juki TL 2010Q.
Ooh.
She is so excited.
Is that the one that has that hover thing? Like, I forgot what it's called. Like, I heard somebody talking about it in one of the bag groups. Like, it has like a special, I think it's like a hover thing. The Jukis are really nice, and their customer service team in Florida are amazing. Like, really, really nice people. If you're interested in Juki, I always say call the customer service, because if something goes wrong with your machine, they pay for, all you need to do is keep your box. They pay for the shipping, and I had my Juki fixed. They took about a week and a half, and they sent it back, and they oiled everything and they fixed the problem. It was just, they have really great customer service. Foam packing, backing. I had all of these. I had all of these picked out, and now they're just everywhere. Okay. And then we're going to do the foam backing is a measurement. And I'm hoping this is, yes. Okay. It is. It's big enough. Wide enough, actually. I got this fabric as, I want to say it was it was an advent calendar. And I've been wanting to use it on something because this cork is really light, like super light.
The bag that you just made, was it mostly vinyl or was it mostly cork that you made for yourself?
It was all cork.
It was all cork.
Yes, the Juki team is just really amazing. And I feel like sometimes that doesn't get talked about enough. Like, you're going to get a machine. It's going to cost money, right? You want the customer service if something goes wrong with your machine. You're not hoping, but you know that it's a probability. You want to be able to talk to someone that, you know, can make you feel better about the situation. Let's see. 11 1/4. I'm just lining everything up. You know, that whole measure twice, cut once thing. All the Joanne people, I know you know how to cut things in your sleep.
Seriously.
Sure, I don't know how they do it.
They know exactly if it's going to be cut or if it's going to be torn.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
I feel like when I go to Joann's, the people that are cutting are kind of like Starbucks people. You need to know the person. Like, once you know that person, they know you. It just works out beautifully. Let's see, move you for just a second. Cut this. This cork is so thin. I've never had a cork quite so thin. And like, it makes me like, are you real cork? But I like the color. So I was like, cool, 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 I'm gonna use you. All right, we got the packet backing. All right, so we're on slip pocket back. 10 by 11, we're gonna do 1. Slip pocket back, we're gonna do 1. by 11 1/4. Do I have enough of that cord? It's not 10 inches. Okay. We're gonna do, bring some of the yellow in. Hold on. I think I totally missed front pocket. I don't think I made it. Did I make the cut? I think I did. Hold on. Let's see. I checked it off, so I must have. Oh yeah, here's the stabilizer. Wait, no. Here's that. I don't think I cut that. Okay, well, I make mistakes a lot. So let me cut this front pocket, these front pockets off, and then use the stabilizer.
So the pockets are going to be
the
tan color, right?
Yeah, I don't know what color this really is, but yes, this color. It's called mustard something. Watch those pockets like appear out of nowhere. That happens to me a lot. Like, way too much. All right, hold on. Pocket stabilizer. Be doing slip pocket, And then that's the main stabilizer. We already cut that out. And I remember cutting the deck of making the slip pocket back. We did the slip pocket backing. We're doing the slip pocket backing. How was it? 11 1/4.
Dana asked, could you show, I believe it's pattern I?
H. We haven't got there yet. It's the one where we're gonna do side panels. We're really close to being there. Let's see. It comes, pattern I comes like almost the 5th one down. We're close to it. 10 by 11 1/4. These little clear rollers I can never see on my table. It has, the writing is like transparent as well, so it can get taxing. 11 1/4. Backing. And then we're going to do the slip pocket, the main one that's 10 by 28. We're going to do that out of lining. So what I'm going to do, move these. When I have a bigger piece like this, and when I have a bigger piece like that, what I try to do is I'm going to measure where the 28-inch line is, and then I'll try to fold this in half. So I'll just like make a mark at like 28 inches. And I'm going to make a mark. And when I fold this in half, I know there's going to be a little seam allowance that it adds. I could just deduct it. So I fold it to the line and see there's an opening there. I'm going to take my 10-inch it's gonna seem kind of crazy, but it always works out. You can draw it out and cut it out. That usually, like, I'll show you. You can draw it out too. It's less wasteful, honestly. I'm going to go to 29 just to square it off to make sure that everything this will be 8 inches. And then we have, it's actually 10 by 28, so then we're just going to add 2 inches on the side real quick. Make sure it's at the 28. All right. We're just going to cut this out real quick. You can use your rotary because it's a straight edge. You don't have to cut it out with your scissors. The whole fun of the rotary is like doing something fast without having and I'm just going to cut in to it. All right, and then I'm just going to make sure this is, it just slid off. Make sure this has a clean edge. Take it to the 1 inch mark, line everything up. Line everything up. And make sure it's even. 28. All right. That's done. Then we're going to make a zipper pocket backing. Again, we're going to use the faux vinyl. Okay. I think I'm running low on this one. It's 10 and 11 bars. I'm just trying to line everything. Let's see. And not. I'm telling you, these rulers. Okay. Just make sure this is 11 and 1/4. All right. We have that done. We have to make zipper pocket 1. And this is out of lining. So the next couple of steps are just our lining. $10 by 7. Just lining up on my ruler. Normally I have all my fabric going towards that, but the camera's over there. And it would just cut you guys out. You'd be like, what is she doing? Our 10 by 7, we're going to make a 10 by 9. Usually just put the heavier side away from you so it doesn't act a donkey. 10 by 9. I'm just lining everything up as fast as I possible so it can be nice, clean, crisp, not like jagged. by all means, you also could trace it out and cut it by hand. Then we're doing a zipper pocket lining 10 by 13. So let's see. All right, now I'm going to measure this up and make sure it's 13. I always like to put it on like the 1-inch line and then cut from there. Okay. Pull this. And make sure you're drinking water, stay hydrated. And after you cut all this fabric, moisturize your hands. I don't know about you, but my hands are dry after I mess with fabric, so I always have to like do a scrub and moisturize. We did the 10 by 13. Now we're on piece I. Hi, Kara. Every time I say drink, I can hear my husband's cup. Let's see. Piece I. We're going to need mirror sets. We're going to need 2. So we're going to cut 2 this direction and 2 the opposite direction. If you're using woven, make sure you are also cutting out stabilizer that is the same. Shape Flex 101 has a little tiny tendency to shrink just a little. So my suggestion would be to block fuse. And I know everyone hates that because we don't like to waste fabric, but it might be good in this instance because you guarantee you won't have any shrinking. So we're going to start with 2 facing up. I'm going to grab a few patterns. You can double up on them too, so I can save you time.
Jennifer said she loves your video. She's learned so much from you.
Oh, thank you. That makes me feel so happy. I'm glad. Sometimes I'm really nervous because I know I'm really awkward. Like my husband's used to my like being quirky, but you know, it's not for everyone.
Good for me.
You're my husband, so yeah, of course. So yeah, 2, we're gonna do 2 this way, and then notice that I'm cutting from the back of the fabric, so it's actually gonna be the left side of the pattern. All right, we're now cut 2 on where this is going back. This is the great thing about waterproof canvas. You don't have to worry about the stabilizer. It is a little stiffer to work with. It doesn't have as many choices. You know, cotton and cotton canvas and rayon, all that, you have like so many different choices. Like you can go to a pink or some Free Spirit or Allison Glass, you know, all those creative fabric makers. I love me some Allison Glass fabric. It's so bright, and I like when she does like the light versus dark. Oh, it's genius. I love Tulip Pink too. Her fabric is always inspiring, and They make wonderful bags. I'm always looking for the Nightshade girls. I found out about Tulip Pink late, like real late. And then when I found them, I was immediately drawn to the Nightshade Pirate girls. And people on eBay are selling like panels for like $1,000. I'm like, I'm not gonna buy that. I'm just gonna secretly wish that she re-comes out with it. I know she knows everybody loves that pattern set. It's crazy. Her fabrics, when they're gone, people just inflate that cost. So you can see we have 2 sets. They're like little half moons.
Sammy just said she cut the piece out like 1/4 bigger than the piece. Fused it, then cut it out to the pattern. There's still a little bit of waste, but not as much as the black fusion.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good advice. Because it really depends. Like, my iron gives out a lot of steam, so it has a tendency of shrinking everything. But there's been times like when I use my little like one on the table, there's no shrinkage at all. I don't know. It could be just the steam that shrinks it. Okay, so we're gonna do the shoe pocket lining. That's a big piece. A real big piece. And I'm wondering if I have enough on this one or if I have to use. Okay, can you get, there is another one, I think it's down. I have another one for huge pieces. Bear with me.
I'm looking for the fabric.
Yeah. Is it right down there? No, in the where my waterproof canvas stash is. One moment. I know I had it. I had 2 and I was looking at them. I hate when that happens. That happens to me a lot in my room. Hold on, let's see. Because this piece is massive. It's 17 by 24, and I don't think I have enough of that waterproof canvas. I know I have another like cheetah print.
Yeah, you also have snakeskin.
I'm not putting snakeskin with it. I'm gonna move on to piece J, and then as I try to recollect where my other fabric is for this, I'll cut that one out. So we have piece J. It's a bigger piece. I should have cut that one out first. Learn from my mistakes. Hold on. Got all those. There's H.
What's that on top?
This?
Yeah.
That's not it. All right. Pattern piece J is the shoe bottom. I remember just cutting that out. There you are. We need one of waterproof canvas. I'm going to place this here and mark. I'm the tracing queen. All right. Let's see. Cut this out. I knew it. I was like, I must have stuck it in a drawer somewhere. Thank you. Let's see. All right, got piece J. And then we need a shoe inker. It needs to be 1 1/4. This, I know this part's long-ish, but it's a really important part. So we're going to do this 1 1/4. I'm just going to get a clean edge. I'm going down halfway on the 1/2 inch mark. I'm going to do it like this because that edge I made is not super crisp. I like it. It's gonna be 16. One 1/4. There we go. We have our anchor piece. And then we're going to do a mesh pocket. Oh, I didn't grab that. Can you, over there in my mesh section, there should be like a neutral color. I'm sorry, Kendall. You're fine. I forgot to bring that. I think I have a neutral. There's like red, blue. I don't know why I always have red. Look on the side, right on the, like, not, candy, no, where you are, look down, and it's, no, it's in the fabric folds. So like, go on the other side of that fabric though. Yeah, all the way to the end. There you go, bingo. If there's no neutral, I'll take a black or a blue, a navy blue. Is that neutral?
White.
Let's go white. It'll be easy for everyone to see. Or do you think another color?
I think she did that.
Black? Dude, I always have a lot of this. The navy blue almost looks black though. I'll go that. Okay.
Is that navy?
Yeah, it's navy. It's navy. Look.
Okay.
It's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Annie wrote that it's navy on there to check. You look on the package. The package will tell you if it's.
No kidding, right?
It says it right there. Like, we only need a small piece of mesh. We only need 18 by 7.
Okay. Navy black, that's fine. Navy blue.
18 by 7. And there is more stretchiness on one side than the other. One side is super stretchy and the other one's not. So we want to measure the length of this to be stretchy, so that way when we put things in, if you put the pockets in this way, it's all going to be stretchy on the top and there's going to be no stretch on the side. Just that is my biggest advice, because I always forget that. So we're going 18 by 7. I'm putting my grid. See, 18 by 7. Just lining everything up. I will take forever to line things up, unfortunately. So that when you're cutting it, just be like cautious of that you want the stretch to come here, so that when you stick bottles or whatever you do, there's that room. So we have our mesh pocket, and then we need the mesh pocket trim. We need one of the lining. Thank you. Tap off. The Facebook themes are popping up with people saying happy birthday. It's proof.
I don't see those in here.
Yeah. It's people on Facebook. I think it's just, it's better than my mom. My mom, every year she calls me or messages me on the time that I was born and be like, you were 7 pounds 18 ounces. Like, you're like, okay, Mom. She's pretty funny though. At first I was annoyed by it when I was younger, and now I appreciate it a lot. Yeah. Let's see. 2.5 by 18. Okay, we have that. So we're going to page 10 and we're going to start interfacing. I mean, page 10 shows you the anatomy of the bag. You're going to see the top strap, and then we're going to interface. If you have woven lining, you're going to interface those. Let's see. Most of this is for woven. All right. So on page 14, we're going to take the Declaville Heavy to the main stabilizers. Let's see. These are the main. I bet you bucks I didn't cut out those pockets. Let's see. I'm going to get the main stabilizers and the main pieces. And I'm going to bring my makeshift. My ironing board's seen better days. No judgment. This is a judgment-free zone. I made this like many moons ago. So when we're using the stabilizers and we're interfacing them, we want it to look like what's going on. Let me close this on page 15. So right now I have the one with the half moon. The reason why I also like drawing is then I automatically have my center. I'm going to match the center, and you're going to see that it's out of your seam allowance. So I have a really hot iron that's been like patiently ready And I usually try to warm up my mat first. Let me bring my little water jug closer. So it's not just like clicking in the background. You're like, what is that sound? Gravity feed. 5 hours later, Nova remembers what it is. You can't iron on vinyl on the right side. It only can be on the wrong side, and it can't just sit on it or can still melt it. So I'm constantly moving it. And I just want to make sure that the edges are nice and adhere, so that way when it cools, it can be good. Like, you put it on a kitchen table, or if there's a concrete floor or a tile floor that's by you, and just let it lay flat, because then it won't mold. It will mold to it. See, I want it to be sticky on all edges, so not pilling. See, it's a little coming up on this side, so I'm just gonna do it one more time, because I don't want any edges to come up. And then I'm going to lie it flat on something that's nice and cool. Do the same thing on this. Match up the center marks. And this is gonna adhere faster because the mat's already warm. Okay, so yeah, most of this we're gonna iron, and then what I do is, after I'm done ironing, I just put everything into packets. Like straps go into this packet. You can use grocery bags. I use those a lot, and then put on each bag pattern pieces. I can't talk. Package 1, package 2, and therefore when we grab our pieces next week for project 1 and 2, you know exactly where your pieces are. That's like one of my favorite things about this pattern, was that she broke it down in packs, so that way it doesn't seem overwhelming. That's why I wanted to do a sew along based on the packages. And just, again, touch lightly, and it won't melt as long as you're keeping it moving. Putting it away lightly. I'm going to grab side panel 1. And you see how I put it on here because it's nice and warm. And I'm sorry, this is side panel 2. I'm going to line this up where the center marks that I draw to cut it out. And you just want to make sure see that it's lifting. Not a problem, just go over it again. It adheres. I'm going to put this away so it can cool. Let's get side panel stabilizer 1. Let me get, it's probably over there. Yeah, side panel 1. Matching them up. Oh, I obviously forgot to cut off this part that I drew. And just, again, you want all the edges to be adhered. And when you're working with vinyl, just keep moving the iron. If you have it on one spot for like too long, it will just melt the vinyl. Okay. Let's get the not the handles, the connectors. And there's the little vinyl pieces. Little vinyl pieces. We're going to have the connector stabilizer a 1/2 inch from one end. I really like this technique. This was really cool. It gives that stabilization for where that hardware is going to be. Sticking. Decovil light always just sticks easier for me. And then I'm going to stabilize the luggage keeper. This one has a very specific thing where it needs to be the direction you have it, the top of your, if you have a directional fabric, it needs to be 1 inch from the top. And you can just grab a ruler if you want and just, I'm moving the iron because this iron gets hot real fast.
Heather from Heart Life from me said hello.
Hi.
She's excited because she caught a live.
Oh, hi. I know I'm running kind of late. I apologize. The prep work is long on this, but it's worth it. I promise you, it is so worth it. So I'm gonna find my center, put it here. We're 1 inch from the top, following that line, and I'm going to use it. Just vinyl melts, so just you gotta just play constantly moving so that the heat is not directly on it. The edges. I don't know if it happens to you, but sometimes my Decovil light is amazing. Like, it just adheres. And then I'll have other ones where I'm like, I hate Decovil light. All right. And then I'm going to get the bottom. The bottom piece. This is on 15. And I'm finding the center on this. I'm just going to mark it real quick. This is just a Crayola marker. And then I'm going to find my center on here. Just a little bit on every edge. I like to throw my pieces, my floor is concrete, so I like to put them on the concrete because it cools faster and it won't have any ripples. I made a fatal mistake of putting Decovil light on something and then I left it on the table or on top of a placemat and it formed as it cooled around that object. And I was like, oh man. I mean, you can re-iron it out, but still it's kind of frustrating. Hi, Heather. Okay, and just let me get this side because this side keeps wanting to lift. I don't think I made the front pieces. I mean the front pockets. That's what I'm looking for. I mean the zipper flap. I tossed it in like 2 places. Okay. I guess I have a pattern stealing fabric monster. Alright, so wherever my zipper blanket is going to be, you need to interface that. And then if you have any woven pieces, like if this is made out of cotton, make sure you interface all of those with like a Shape Flex 101 or Sew Fuse. And so we have people have really good suggestions of using making it slightly bigger, like 1/4 of an inch, so that when you iron it, it won't shrink. I literally have, I know I cut out the zipper panel. Okay. I have a fabric monster. I'm 100% sure of that. So what you do after that is page 17 breaks it down and gives you how to make your pocket packs. You're going to do your first pack is going to be the strap, the swivel hooks, and your end straps, and we're going to do that one next Sunday. And we're also going to do the pack 2, which is the connectors, the handles, the front pockets, and it's the pocket keepers. And then the next Sunday will be the bottom and the zipper panels, and we're going to break it down like that. And then each Sunday we're going to do 2 packs a day, 2 packs that day, and then we'll be able to do it. This is the longest part, I promise you. If you see my video tutorials, it comes together smoothly. You just need to put everything in your packs. You can, again, use grocery bags. I use these clear envelopes, and I'll put like pack 1 and then stuff everything in it, and then I'll just mix and match. I really can't find my zipper blanket. I'm looking for it while I'm talking to you. And then that's it. So put everything for pocket 1 in somewhere, and then do again for pocket 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And when we come together next Sunday, we just put those pockets together. Everything will be adhered, everything will be ready, and we'll be ready to go. Okay, so that is basically the end of the prep. If you have any questions or concerns, please leave a comment. I'll be more than, we're making the Orarosa Travel Bag. It's, where's my book? Oh, I'm like looking dead at it. It's this beautiful bag right here. It's a travel bag. We're making that one. It's a big bag, but it's totally worth it. It has a lot of pieces. But like I said, the best thing I did was I separated each piece and put them in the packet. So again, if you have any questions, oh, I can show you mine, and then we will. So this, I still need to list this. Whoa.
There goes a camera.
Okay, so this one is one I made, and I made this with Amora. On next Sunday, we're going to be making this piece and this piece, which is the slip pocket. We're going to have the connectors, and then we have this beautiful, it looks like it could be a pocket, or it could go onto your trolley or luggage. It's a luggage slipper thing, so you could just open it up and go. So again, you can do it all in whatever fabric you want. The inside of this one is canvas, and and waterproof canvas. So in the inside of this, I did Doctor Who canvas, and then the pockets were waterproof canvas. So this is the back. Oh, thank you. It is. It's massive, and I'm fluffy, so this is a really big bag. If you have any questions, I'll be more than willing to answer them. Same with Alexis, and then just get your packets together, and we'll do packet 1 and 2 next Sunday. Okay, and then while we're talking and doing it, we could talk modifications. We could talk about anything you want. So this is the end of the prep. Get everything ready for your packs throughout the week, and then I'll see you on Sunday, and we get to start making this fabulous bag. All right, you guys have a good night and have